Two roads diverged in a road, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and I looked down, one as fast as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Thou, as for that, the passing there had warned them well about the same, and both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Dear road not taken, how are you? Do you remember me? Some many years ago, I stood in front of two roads, and I chose one. At the time, I didn't realize the weight of my decision. I was simply a woman making a choice about what degree to pursue. I didn't know that my choices would lead me to where I am today. I was a young woman, the fifth born in a family of 7. I was born in Idowa to a father who was a veterinary assistant and a mother who was a housewife. I went to Likuni Girls Primary School and later attended the Long Girls Secondary School. I had grown up on the Chitedze research station, so agriculture was almost second nature to me. So when I was selected to go to Bunda College of Agriculture, a constituent college of the University of Malawi, it made sense. It made sense for me to get good grades. It made sense for me to continue to pursue a degree in agriculture, when I thought that my own option were agriculture, nursing, and teaching. That choice made the most sense, but then it stopped making sense. Some students from the Mpemba Law School visited our campus, and I realized that I had more options. I could do something else. I could be a lawyer. If I'm honest, at that time I didn't fully understand what a career in law would entail. I thought I would go on to become a district commissioner. I never could have imagined any of the things that went to happen in my life. All I knew at that moment in time was that a career in agriculture no longer made the most sense. The road I had been on had forked. The decision to change from agriculture to law was not a hard one to make, and I received so much support from my parents, support that I continued to receive throughout my career from everyone around me. I didn't realize that I had broken the mold. I wasn't trying to be a pioneer. It happened by accident, but I'm glad it did. I went to graduate and start working as a lawyer, and found out that I was often the only woman lawyer in the room. I have always been good at working hard, so I kept at it. I kept working and I saw myself moving through the ranks. Today I'm revisiting that moment where I stood at the forked road and I chose law, and I can honestly say that it was the right decision. I'm glad that I didn't walk down your road. It wasn't the right road for me. I don't believe I would have been able to make the strides that I did in any other field. My experience as a lawyer and as a judge exposed me to my country and to myself, something I am forever grateful for. So, road not taken. I was a young woman when we met. I'm older now and I am different now. So perhaps I should reintroduce myself. I'm Justice Anastasia Msosa, retired Chief Justice. I started my career in the government in 1975 as a state advocate, then moved to work in the Department of Legal Aid as a legal aid advocate, where I worked for about 13 years. I was then appointed Registrar General and Administrator General. In 1992, I was appointed Judge of the High Court, becoming the first woman judge in Malawi. In 1997, I became a Supreme Court judge. I was appointed Chief Justice in 2013, becoming the first woman Chief Justice in the country, a position I held until I retired in 2015. And in between, I was appointed Chairperson of the Malawi Electoral Commission for the first ever Parliamentary and Presidential Elections in Malawi from 1993 to 1998. I was reappointed Chairperson of the Malawi Electoral Commission in 2004 until 2012. That is who I am now, who I became when I realized I had options, when I realized that roads could fall and I could choose a different path than the one expected. I have stood at many different crossroads since that day, all leading me to where I am now. Thank you for giving me the chance to choose. Sincerely, Justice Anastasia Msosa.